WF representing Palace, so let's tell you about Palace.
Eagle Eye Football here, Crystal Palace 0, Brighton 0, joined here with Mr. Statman Dan. Thoughts on the snooze fest?
That was such a boring game of football. If you're watching that as a neutral, you turn that off after 30 minutes. You know, you probably watch it for like 20 minutes, start playing on your phone, then you kind of forget that it's on in the background. That was such a crap game of football. I think both teams are set up to nullify each other. We weren't giving them anything. We managed to play out their press as well, and I think they weren't really committing that many players forward either. So we weren't able to kind of break them down. Is that because their away form is atrocious? I don't know. Possibly. Maybe today was one of those do not lose kind of games for them. Obviously, we played on Thursday in Europe. Brighton didn't.
Have you ever seen them win a cup?
No, I haven't seen them win a cup. They won a Shield. No, sorry, they've won the Senior Sussex Cup, I think. But who cares about that? Yeah, I think.
Yeah, they had most of the ball today, but they didn't really, as you said, they didn't really do anything going forwards. They created 0.3 xg. Like,
I can't think of a single chance that they had. Obviously, I'm biased, but they gave nothing going forward. But I think that's just because they didn't want to commit too much going forwards. They know their away record is atrocious. I think they came today thinking a point was all right. And, you know, to be fair, I suppose a point away from home isn't terrible. And I think they just tried to stifle us. We tried to stifle them. It's just one of those games.
to be fair, I think a point is probably a fair result when you look at how the game was actually played. I think our defence was really good. I'd say theirs was on form as well. But both teams going forwards, there was not much continuity between our front three. Probably say the same thing for those guys. Well, everything was all over the place. No real passing lanes were appearing. Everyone was just sort of there to counter each other.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think the thing is with Brighton is that they very, very heavily rely on a press and a counter press, and when they realised that they couldn't really do that against us, I think they just kind of sat deep a little bit. And because I think the first half we created like a couple of half chances, a couple of openings, which if you're a manager, you probably see that and think, okay, we can't let that continue in the second half. And I think the second half it was just like that, really.
What do you think Glasner could have changed to make the game a little bit more open and for us to go and nick it?
What could he have done? It's hard to say because at the end of the day, I feel like they were sitting back. So I think some of the subs are interesting. I think he was doing that because of the way we are. Obviously we're playing a lot of games. I think that was to do with fatigue and stuff like that. I mean, the only thing you could say is maybe should he have started Pino earlier, but then Pino didn't do a lot when he came on. It's hard to say because when you're a team that's set up to counter attack and they just sit back, what is there to do really? Unless you try and have the ball and you try and get around the block, or you try and entice them out the block. I think they weren't falling for either of that really today. So,
man of match.
You know what? I'm going to give it Cambo actually, because I thought he was very, very good today. He played on a side that he wasn't that familiar with, and obviously he made a mistake against Larnaca, and he's gone 2 games now, and he's been absolutely brilliant. So fair play to him.
Up the Palace.
Up the Palace.